We're going, but I see there's no pressure.
Yo.
No We are chilling.
How's your day today, Juliette? What have you done?
It's been good. Had
Nice.
nails
Nice.
today so far, but I had to soak off on someone's nails.
So you
What
what?
was it mine? So acrylics. Do you know the fake ones?
Okay.
I had to take someone's off.
Okay. Oh, right, okay.
And she went to how do you say it without sounding bad? A high street one.
Oh,
Mainstream.
Right, okay.
bootleg, like some bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's it like
Okay.
owning your own business? Because you're your nail business.
Oh.
Did you have to do like you register as a
Government business. Like,
self-employed like sole director,
No.
or you like off the books?
Well-
cash
Well-
in hand.
yeah.
Well, the thing is, I don't earn enough to be able to be taxed.
Okay, but are you classed like? Are you registered as a business? It's
No.
like
Oh. Some shady.
It's like-
I don't think I am.
it's not on the books then.
Well, I'm fully qualified in my things,
Oh,
In
okay.
what I do,
Oh,
so,
okay.
like-
there's like a qualification.
but I
thing.
don't have it like as a company. Like,
Oh, so you don't have.
limited.
Yeah, you don't have to register.
Not that I know of. No one's
Oh,
told me.
okay.
You should get it registered because then
Yeah,
you can avoid tax.
Yeah,
at the
just
end
in
of the
case
year.
if the tax man's watching this
Yeah.
podcast episode, you get like a letter in the
Is this
post.
what I've learned now?
Yo, we got 100 subscribers the other day, so thank you guys for that.
What's up, guys?
Don't unsubscribe now.
Yeah.
Now that we said that.
Go 100 and then keep going.
Yeah. Obviously, it's not like
You're not aiming for numbers or anything like.
well,
Well,
we are 1
Yeah.
million subscribers.
Yeah.
But it's not, obviously it's not like massive compared to like Joe Rogan and like other podcasts. But I feel like in terms of the rate of growth from like when the YouTube channel normally starts, we've actually been quite fast because we've used like reels and got guests on. We've like fully like hammered the socials.
yeah.
If, like compared to like other channels, even like I watched a video of KSI saying it took him like a year or two before he got like his first couple of subscribers of just
Really?
straight uploading videos.
Damn. Sucker.
Yeah. So I mean, you know, it's a good sign.
Very good sign.
Yeah.
Before we go into any proper subjects, do you see Anthony Joshua's?
Meltdown.
Yeah, on the weekend.
I didn't see the meltdown. I didn't see afterwards.
Did you not?
I was drinking.
Did you see did you see it?
I've seen the full thing.
Yeah. Did you watch the fight?
No, fuck watching boxing, bro. The UFC was on. It was already like 4 a.m. I was not staying up.
It was on
any-
at 11.
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was.
It was in
I thought
Saudi.
it was 10:30 or something.
Yeah, half 10. Yeah.
Oh, well.
It's in
Oh.
Saudi.
Nah, watching boxing's boring. Like once you've
Fuck
had
you
the
then.
taste of, you know, seeing like, are you telling me that you get more enjoyment watching boxing than you do UFC?
It depends who's fighting. Boxing does more views
Mm-hmm.
when you get the big names on than any UFC event.
Yeah.
Like when it was, remember Usman and so you didn't really watch like.
I
you
watched the fight. and I
Okay,
was
okay. Like,
shouting.
you don't like watch boxing UFC, do you?
Yeah.
No,
oh,
not
sorry.
really.
We'll try.
Oh, yeah, we'll go
move
fast,
after
we'll
this.
go fast.
No.
When it was Usman and Colby, the second fight,
Yeah.
they had a stat card.
Yeah, it was a sick. That was
The
very good.
Canelo and Caleb Plant fight was on the same night,
Yeah.
and that whole card was shit apart from that one fight, and it did more pay-per-views than the entire stat card.
Boxing's the thing that really fucks me off of boxing though. So especially with like Tyson Fury,
Mhm.
is the theatrics of it. UFC, you're paying to watch people fight, right?
Paying.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So when you're sitting there looking at a 25-minute thing of Tyson Fury sitting in a chair like a throne and then slowly walking to the ring, it's just like, come on. Where I could have watched 4 fights in this time. That's the bit that pisses me off. It's like the theatrics of boxing ruin it for me, and it's also fucking boring.
You're boring thinking
Well-
that's the theatrics are boring.
There are like watching boxing clips are sick because I don't have to sit through clinching and all that boring shit. I think being a very good boxer and being able to do all like fancy slips and all that shit is very impressive, but for the most part, not everyone can do that, and it's like
It's mainly with boxing. It's the matchmaking because not as like with UFC, good fights are made every single week. Because with Dana White, he can pick and he can say you guys are fighting, you have to fight. With boxing, there's no national commission. There's no like one top person who governs everything. Because there's like 4 governing bodies, and with like there's like multiple belts in each governing body. And the only reason that is to make more money. And then with that, nobody mixes as much, and with different promoters and different networks. With UFC, it's on one network, it's one belt.
yeah.
That's when boxing becomes boring. They're just like it's like some prospect against 500 losses.
Yeah, some journeyman.
Yeah.
So fuck that. But how the fuck did we get from nails to UFC and boxing? What'd you say?
I just said get into it.
Oh,
Alright.
Sorry. I couldn't hear you.
But Joshua had a bit of like a temper tantrum. He like threw the belts out the ring.
Yeah.
I heard about it, but I didn't see it.
He was like as soon as like the decision got announced, he like started storming about.
Mm-hmm.
What? And then he stormed out the ring and he's like shouting at the crowd like, "What are you booing at? What are you booing at?" And then Usyk was just like, I respect Usyk because he just stood there, was just
smiling.
I am feel.
I very feel.
And then he walked back in the ring and he took the mic and he was like,
The passion. It's all about the passion.
he was screaming at Usyk like, "How did you beat me?"
Yeah.
He was like, "You've got skill, but I've got power. How did you beat me?"
You don't have power.
But Usyk
Really?
was just like looking at him like,
Ooh.
you know, in his head rent free.
No.
And he started just ranting on the mic like, "Why don't you punch more? I'm like 280 something pounds. You know, it's difficult for me. I'm heavy.
Oh yeah,
I'm heavy.
I'm not 14 stone. I'm 18 stone. It's like, lad.
It just kind of made it about him, and it made me respect Usyk more because he's just like been in a war,
Yeah.
and then come and fought in the ring, and he was just like, praise to God or whatever, you got me here. Whilst Josh was kind of like crying.
It ruined his moment.
I couldn't understand, you know, it's emotional. Man's been through like a full training camp, and this was a very important fight for him. But at the same time, it's like
Usyk's been on a fucking war.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
he doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Didn't he say afterwards something happened and that's why he went on this temper tantrum? Like he said sorry and everything.
I haven't seen
I don't-
after.
yeah, no.
I heard something about that.
He did say he did like make an official apology, and he was very emotional. He was crying in the press conference. You know, like I hope he's doing it right, but as well like.
Come on, man.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
You're better than that. You're representing
Yeah.
yourself. You're representing the country that you stand for. It's like, to be a good sportsman, you have to do better than that.
Yeah.
Do you know, Usyk actually paid for the rights of the fight to stream it for free.
Oh yeah.
In Ukraine, so
Really?
so all of his people could watch it for free. They didn't have to pay a thing.
Which is beast.
Yeah, he's
No
a
way.
man of the country.
But he did also probably just get paid like 70 million. Like something. How much did he get paid for that fight? Do you know?
Yeah, well, he played it's the Saudis as well. They're going to
Oh
put
my
up
God,
hundreds
yeah.
of millions for anything. They've just got piss money. They can just, here you go,
Yeah.
a few hundred mil. It doesn't matter to them. But Leon brought the belt back as well,
Leon
which
Edwards.
was sick.
Yeah, but I hate his voice. I hate
Leon
his
Edwards' voice?
so much.
Did you see that?
His Birmingham accent.
No, I
Damn.
didn't. Can I go get an ice cream?
I don't know if you can hear that ice cream outside.
God, that stops right outside your house. That's lucky as fuck.
Shall I
Wow.
close the window?
Maybe, but it's.
I'll close it at like
warm.
2 a little bit.
It's right,
Yeah.
right. A bit.
What were we saying? Oh yeah, his Birmingham accent. I hate the Birmingham accent so much. But he had a cool line at the end. Basically, the importance of this UFC fight was Usman had been on a 15-fight win streak, which was like the record was 16 by Anderson Silva. So if he won this fight, he was tying for the record across the UFC. And then he was winning the fight until a minute left of the last round. He had a 98.04% winning chance on like booking sites, and he lost by a head kick KO. It's the first time he's been
Flatline.
KO'd.
He was
like,
stiff.
Yeah, I'll show you the photo. It's like it's kind of scary. He
Is that loud?
Yeah, that's what.
It's-
That's
yeah.
the goal.
Yeah,
what I mean?
yeah.
Smack him in the head. That's a bit.
Yeah,
It's
you get,
UFC.
that's UFC. That's what MMA is.
Yeah.
Usman.
Imagine me getting in the ring and doing that. Trying to aim for your head.
Hang on, let me see. Here's the photo.
It was like
This is him knocked out, like fully slept.
that's seeing God right there.
Yeah, he's out.
He's in another universe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so that's why it was so fucking wild that this, and also this fight has been like 3-4 years in the making. So it's,
Really?
Yeah.
Usman wins the rematch, 100,
Mhm.
like the third one,
Yeah,
100%. But it was
Sick that the belts come back to UK.
Yeah, for 200 days or however long it'll be.
Watching the like the fight in Saudi and then in America, it made me realize like how the UK is for any sport. UK is perfect for crowds.
Oh my god,
Just
yeah.
because the atmosphere, like in
Yeah.
Saudi, like what was good is that it was a good time. You didn't have to wake up at 4 or 5 in the morning,
Yeah.
but the crowd was just like
Dead.
woo. And in America, the crowds are all right,
Yeah.
But you gotta wake up at 4 or 5 in the morning to watch it. But in the UK, it's just the best of both worlds.
It's the same with music though.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
crowds-wise,
yeah,
if you
yeah.
look at like Coachella, well, that's literally just for the pictures. But besides that,
Yeah. The Instagram.
oh my
flag.
god, the difference between I think it was Stormzy or Dave that I seen and
Mhm.
compared it.
I don't think they're not as well known in like Stormzy and Dave in America as they are in the UK.
True. Well, it was.
Dave's been popping off recently. Dave is definitely like, I think Dave has become sort of
In America?
world- yeah.
Do you think?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh,
I think Dave's got to the point where he's made it.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay. fair
Stormzy,
enough.
I don't know. You know,
Yeah.
He's at Leeds and Reading this year as well.
is he?
Yeah,
Sure.
headlining.
Yeah, we were saying before, we got a bit like FOMO.
Like,
everybody,
everyone's
yeah.
like
Everyone.
camping.
Yeah. Did you go last year?
Yeah, well, I didn't stay. I didn't camp. I went in a hotel.
Oh, okay.
I wanted to be clean. I wanted
yeah,
my bed.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
I respect
We only went for the Saturday and Sunday, but they were the better
Mhm.
days anyway. So
that. Mhm.
but it was good then. But now I'm seeing everyone there.
Yeah, I'm just like you said before, just staying off of Instagram for the
Yeah.
next few days. I
Don't
just
wanna-
don't
don't
want
see
to.
it,
Don't
don't
want
Don't
to.
find me there.
Yeah. You're saying about Coachella, everyone like going there for like photos and shit. When I was in Cannes in France, I noticed that a lot. Everything seemed very like superficial.
Oh, really?
Like everyone was just trying to flex, all the like designer clothes, cars, like Lambos driving about and shit. I was on a train going from Cannes back to the airport to come home, and there was a girl and she was sitting on the phone on Instagram, and must have done some like Instagram post, and she tagged like the restaurant she was at, and it must have been some like very fancy restaurant, and she was just swiping through everyone, all these like models and shit who have been to this restaurant, and she was just looking at them, and just keep looking at them. I thought how bad that must be for like her mental health, because she's just constantly looking at the other people in the same restaurant, comparing herself to these other people who have got way more followers than her and likes, and she'd sit there and she'd just look at it like that, like sad, like at these other people.
Bro, comparison is the thief of joy, for
Mhm.
real. It's
Mhm.
yeah. That. Okay, I got a question for you. Right,
Oh.
you get 100 mil,
Okay.
right? Or actually, no, you get an infinite amount of money, right? At that point, you don't-
Anything's a yes with that.
yeah,
Yeah.
you know you're set for life, right?
Yeah.
What is something, because what is something flashy that you'd buy? What would be your first sort of like flexi purchase?
I don't really know cars, but I want a little sporty car with matte black.
Nice.
Don't care what. Porsche, maybe. Lamborghini.
Fair.
Mhm.
What you do?
just like a big fuck off house,
Yeah.
just in like a really nice part of any super nice country. If I'm like by like a sea or something, or like a lake, just get like right there, so I can just like walk out the door, just be in the water.
Yeah.
Loads of space. Yeah, loads of space, so I can have like loads of barbecues and shit.
Mm-hmm.
That's the sort of house I want when I the BUP
yeah,
takes
when it
off.
blows up.
Okay, I was saying to Matt when we met in France, like my sort of like bucket list that I've got. I feel my like goal in life is to be able to tick everything off on that bucket list, and then be standing about inside my house with all my friends and family around me, having like a barbecue or whatever, and then like tick the last thing off, and like just watching everyone in like a massive house. And I could have like a separate house if people want to come and stay in this separate house. Have it like a gaff.
separate one.
Have like a gaff house or whatever.
Yeah, that's
A
cool.
Wow.
big pool, like a gym, just everything. Just to be able to like have my own space, like blast loud music as much as I want, not have to care. Cause like here,
The neighbours.
yeah.
Those complaints.
That's fair.
What about you?
So like those answers are cool, but those answers aren't, like a Batman
okay.
submarine sort of like
Yeah,
a
okay.
one-person
I didn't
submarine
think of that.
Oh, wow.
where you can see everything around you and you can go to like mad deep. That's one of the coolest
Like
things
the
to
bottom of
have.
the ocean's scary.
Yeah, but you got lights on it as well, so you can see it's all good.
Yeah, that's even more scary.
Nah,
Have you seen
nah.
like some of the things when they come out and it's like National Geographic? It's like, oh yeah, this. Like, I'll pull up like just some random
Giant
photo.
squid.
They've only discovered like 5%.
Yeah,
the
yeah,
ocean.
it's-
That's the most scary
It's
part.
crazy.
But my thing's gonna be like armored, so because I have so much money, so I'm gonna be safe.
Hang on,
You need to draw a picture and like
Yeah.
make this a thing.
hang on.
It'd be sick.
Creatures
Of the deep.
from the bottom of the ocean. Yeah, they're scary as fuck. Like, the thing from Finding Nemo. What's it called? Is it anglerfish?
Oh
Where
yeah,
they've got
like
the thing, the light above their head.
Yeah. That is scary. It's a good metaphor for life. Not everything that glitters is gold,
What the fuck? Look at that.
Oh,
What the
that's
fuck
like a
is-
unicorn from
Jesus
Under the Sea.
Christ.
What'd you do? That's popping at you in there, like trying to smash the glass.
Oh, right. My armored sub also has machine guns.
I thought you said one thing. This is like multiple.
Well, Louis having a house with like, you know, space barbecues, all this sort of
It
shit.
classes as a one purchase.
Yeah, mine's basically like an underwater tank. That's what I want that can swim.
It's what I was about to go like.
Uh-huh.
One that goes on land as well.
Oh,
You can
yeah.
drive.
Mhm.
Drive through the
And in the
sea.
sky, you
and
might as well have that.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
It's got wings as well. Bro, this is gonna be sick.
Got BUP on the side.
Yeah, enjoy your fucking matte black Porsche. Yeah, fuck that.
Actually, beast to be fair.
I'll change that. Mine can fly as well.
Yeah, I think I
Yeah,
want one of
see?
them as well.
Yeah. That was what Moss tried.
Get a whole fleet of them.
That would be sick. All the homies.
A convoy. Rocking up to a gaff.
Bro.
Yeah, I want mine with like fit with speakers as well, so I can have a gaff mobile.
Yeah, the Gaffmobile.
Sounds like yeah.
That would be sick.
Oh wow.
I just want like a bat cave.
Oh, you know, a Batcave
Just a
would be
bat cave would
pimp
pretty
as
pretty
hell.
baller.
But like, how much do you reckon? I suppose there's no you wouldn't be able to put a price on it, would it? It would be a ridiculous amount of money to have your own Batcave. It's like
Yeah.
300 mil.
Well, it depends what you got in it, isn't it? Like, are we having all like the bat?
All the gadgets,
All
yeah,
the
yeah,
gadgets,
all the
then
cool shit.
Probably like half a billy.
Yeah,
Half a billy.
Half
Yeah.
a billy.
Half a billion.
Billy with a B.
That'd be baller though. Just having like a bookcase and then just beep 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 beep. beep.
Oh, bro, I want a house with secret entrances and shit like that sort of shit. You pull the book and the wall spins.
Yes!
Sick as
I want all
fuck.
that sort of shit.
You're gonna have a bat cave in there, or like a specific, like a man cave. What would you want in there? If you couldn't have a bat cave,
If I couldn't have a Batcave, well, how big? How like
you do what you want. You got unlimited money.
I'd like a firing range. I think that would be sick to have. Like, yeah, just in you can have. So you got like the wall, any sort of gun you want. You got bazookas on
Everyone
the
you
bottom.
hit on the wall.
Yeah, faces, all that sort of shit.
That'd be immense.
Yeah, or a go-kart track.
That'd be
Ooh.
sick.
That'd be
That'd be
sick.
sick.
But with like a proper like F1 style car. I'm doing 200 miles an hour
Fucking hell.
around this.
I just a plot of land. Never mind, like a secret,
Yeah.
like a secret room.
Yeah.
I think you'd have to be careful though if like you get a bit like drunk or a bit stoned, then you think,
Oh my
oh
God, imagine
yeah,
that.
let's go on the go karts on the F1 racing cars.
Mhm. Fuck. See how fast these bad boys can actually go.
Fucking hell.
Gee.
That would be a funny sight.
What about you? What would you have in your
Oh,
Man cave.
God. I've never been put on the spot with these sort of questions.
Mm.
Never thought about these things.
Under pressure.
This is why girls are
Yeah.
boring, right? 'Cause this is all guys think about.
You've been preparing for this moment
Yeah.
all your
Yeah.
life.
100%.
I'm
Little 8-year-old
manifesting
Yannick.
this. I'm
Yeah.
visualizing this.
Got your little back cave ready.
Yeah.
You've got your mind. I don't know. Those are music things, to be honest. No, I just said that because I don't know what I would put.
That's right. You can think about it.
Yeah, we'll have to come back to that one.
All right, fair. I need to ask you because you're a nail person, right?
Yes.
So I saw this thing I think like ages ago. And I never understood what it meant, and I couldn't be asked googling it.
Okay.
What does baby blue French tip 1.50 mean? What is that?
I've never heard of that.
Have you not? Oh, you're missing out. Apparently, like what is that?
So, whenever you ask a lad to say, get these nails, basically,
Yeah.
main colour they'll say, the first one is baby blue.
Uh-huh.
And then French tip, that's just basic. So basically, all just basic, and the 1.5 is the length.
Okay.
But you just cut that to whatever you want.
Oh,
It's no
okay.
big deal. But it's the baby blue, that's the main part.
Oh, okay. All right. I'm with you. I had no idea what it was, and I thought you'd know because you're a qualified. Is it nail technician?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, that's what you use.
Mm.
Say as.
That's a pretty cool title, to be fair. CEO of your own company.
Have you guys seen on the news? My mum said to me the other day. I'm gonna pull up the thing now. The thing that happened in Liverpool.
Oh God! Fucking hell, yeah.
Was it a stabbing or a shooting?
I don't know. I just know that a 9-year-old girl died.
Yeah. Hang on, we're
You're
gonna.
kidding.
Yeah, but
You've not seen it.
I think I heard about it. I think it was a stabbing, but I didn't know that she was 9.
yeah, there's been a lot of sort of crime happening in Liverpool recently. It's been like a weird sort of
Here we go.
period.
Ex-drug dealer questioned over girl's death. Olivia Pratt-Korbel was shot in her home in Liverpool on Monday night. Fucking
In her
hell.
home.
Fucking hell. So I want to discuss this. A man targeted by a gunman in the shooting that killed 9-year-old Olivia Pratt-Korbel is due to face further questioning. Olivia was shot as her mother struggled with two men, one with a gun, fucking hell, at her home in Liverpool on Monday night. The intended victim of the shooting has been named as 35-year-old Joseph Nee, a convicted drug dealer. Merseyside police have not publicly identified Nee, but said a man had been detained and we interviewed. Nee, who was also shot, has been previously jailed for drug offences. In 2018, he was sentenced to 3 years and 9 months for burglary. He also got previous convictions, fucking hell, for theft of a motor vehicle, dangerous driving, driving without insurance, and driving while disqualified. Fucking hell. So what happened was this man is trying to like escape. This guy is trying to shoot him, and he's trying to get in this woman's house, and obviously her daughter has been shot in the process, like trying to shoot him.
God.
Jesus Christ. So yeah, like what do you think? What do you guys think? Like in terms of like not just like shootings, but like knife crime. What do you guys think we can do to solve this? Because it's like something's wrong because it's growing. It's getting more and more. There's obviously something needs to be addressed.
Yeah.
And multiple things.
What do you think, Juliette?
Well, I don't think there's things that certain people can personally do, like, but I think stories like this make people realise what is actually going on, and that it's not, because sometimes it's just hidden. You never hear about these things before.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but what about for the people in those communities? They're always going through shit like that. Who are in those like dangerous areas?
Oh yeah, 100%.
Like we hear about it every now and again when it's like something
Big.
very bad that's happened.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
people who just get stabbed on the daily.
Yeah.
What about that? In America, like gun crimes on the rise as well. What can we do?
What a great world to live in, right?
Well, I think America, they just need to ban the guns or put some types of laws on it.
You
That's America.
can't ban the guns because there's so many guns.
Oh no.
Like, there's so many guns in there now. You just need tighter regulations.
Yeah.
Like much tighter regulations.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A 16-year-old should not be able to walk into Walmart and walk out with a gun.
And buy a gun.
When I went there, it's literally just in a normal shop, and it's
Really?
rows on rows. That I've got a video somewhere on my phone, and there was literally like pink little guns.
Damn, that's pimp.
So. Oh,
Balling
Yeah, that's fucked up.
but like,
on the ground with the pink shotty.
yeah, but that's
They
what
get
some
gold
people would
on.
actually do,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
they would have
Yeah.
that.
I think I'd own one if they were legal.
I can tell.
I'd get like no, not like
The way you were saying it.
no, but like I'd have like some pimped out if it was like legal to have. Because you can have like the Glock for protection that you keep in like your bedroom door or something. But you're telling me if I gave you the option of having some like I don't even know. I assume you've never played like Black Ops 2.
Play GTA.
Not the same. You played COD before, right?
Yeah,
You know how you can get like 17 attachments.
Yeah.
You get like everything. Like I'd
Yeah.
go the full shebang. It'd be cool to have. I don't think it's good, but if it's already available, why not take advantage of
I
it?
feel like it's for guys that play more appeal than women.
Yeah.
'Cause it's,
Yeah.
it's a gun, isn't it? It's like bah, 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 bah.
yeah, basically.
If it was sparkly and had loads of bling, then
See?
I'd get it.
That's what I mean. That's what I mean.
I love bling.
Yeah, like it would look cool. I think the thing with gun crime and knife crime is we are in a political state of like agitation right now.
Gonna turn the ice up a bit more.
Okay, sweet. Like,
Uh-oh.
do you want to put that up there? I'll move mine over here because that way you don't have to have it.
You sure?
Yeah, I moved it over there for that in the first place. Okay. Because of how shit the political and economic state of the world is right now, people
Yeah,
aren't
guys,
happy.
can we please talk about the political
Shut
and
up,
economic
shut
state
up.
of the world right now?
The UK is slowly moving towards like fascism. You know, we got that shit going. America is already fascist. It's like people aren't happy with the government and the state that they live in, and that presents itself in crime because it's the only thing people can do. They're unhappy, so they take it out on other people. You never see a happy bully, right? It's like And the fucked up thing with that is there isn't anything to do because we're not in control. So we just have to deal with the fact that energy prices are going up 500% or however much it is, or like all that sort of shit, and roll over and just accept it. So it's this. What we need to do is fix that root problem. But unfortunately, you can't just get rid of the government.
Yeah.
I feel like we can't. It's clear that the government is going to help. They haven't helped. They're not going to. They don't give a fuck.
They would have by now if they.
Yeah, like it's been going on for so long. They clearly want something to happen. Everything they do is going to be intentional, so they clearly want this to happen.
Yeah.
That's pretty obvious. I feel like you can't blame the government because again they're not doing anything. So we can't just keep saying you need to do something. We need to ourselves try and make a change in any way possible. In the communities ourselves, how can we expect the government who aren't in our communities to actually help our communities? They don't know what's going on.
No.
They don't live on like the very dodgy streets of Liverpool. They don't know what it's like.
No.
They've been in Downing Street for probably since they got out of uni. Straight away an MP. They don't know and they don't give a fuck. They don't care. Like there needs to be some form of movement, some form of like mass gathering or collection of people saying fuck the government, fuck them, and like not because people are dying for a postcode. How fucked is that? You're dying for L15, L15, mate. Don't come around my ends. What? You're dying for that? For a fucking postcode? What is the point? What is the point? People are so because the government is like fucking people over. People get very pissed off about that, and then that's like in the crime. That's them expressing their frustration. People need another way to outsource that frustration into a more constructive way. Maybe we should all just have an uprising.
Bro, for real, the BUP will start the revolution.
Right?
Look at it right now. I'm saying it.
Revolution.
Yeah, the revolution will not be televised. All right? It's gonna be on YouTube. All right?
YouTube, Spotify, everything.
Yeah.
It's on there.
Thanks, Juliette.
You know what's quite fucked? When when the COVID times, when everyone was protesting like Europe because they put in like the COVID pass thing, they were mandating the vaccine. Even like vaccinated people were getting and protesting. There was hundreds of thousands of people on the streets protesting in like Paris. We didn't hear about that.
Sorry, that's just reminding me of. Do you remember the Hong Kong protests? Do you not remember like the riots that were going on in China?
Protest?
Yeah, yeah, but before COVID. Do you remember? Because I've forgotten about it until you've just brought that up. Then, damn, the government knows what they're doing.
But, yeah, exactly.
Damn, fuck.
Yeah,
One thing after another.
It's awakening. I'm telling you, you can't trust anything the news says because everything there is a narrative. Like, if anything you're seeing on the news, even if it's branded as positive, you have to question it because someone's making a fuckload of money off of it.
Yeah.
Even with war,
with
the Ukraine war, someone's making a lot of fucking money.
Yeah.
And it's probably our government.
Yeah.
Our government has definitely got their hands dirty.
Oh my god, bro. Oh, I don't even think about it. I honestly, like, you know, as a kid, I think I've spoke to you about this. You know, as a kid, you're like, oh man, why the hell would Guy Fawkes ever do that? What the hell? That's so mean. Now I get it. I 100% understand it to the point of like, yeah, I'd do that. If you came to me and were like, yeah, bro, I've got this plan. I'd be like, all right, for real. I like.
You off, are you?
Yeah, bro, fuck the government, man. I'm telling you. If that's how I die, that's how I die. And that's a beast way to go.
I feel like with the internet, we have much more power. You just gotta like to spread a message. It's a lot different back in like 1950. It was so much harder to spread any sort of message. If you want to start a revolution,
leaflets.
Yeah, exactly. Obviously you could do it back then, but it was a lot more difficult than it is now. Now you can just get like a viral TikTok video and then
8 million people.
Everyone's ready to go and bomb Parliament.
Yeah.
But yeah, we have to take matters into our own hands and stop expecting the government to help us in any way because they're not. They're not. That's pretty clear. And it's just stop trying to. It is difficult, but like, stop trying to spread as much negativity as possible. and as hippie as it sounds, that is the way, because it's, especially with the gang violence, they hate each other based on the postcode, based on something that maybe happened like 20 years ago, and it's just stuck, and they've just been raised to think, fuck these people.
Yeah, they get told that you should hate this person. And
that's what the government want us to think. They want you to keep thinking, fuck these people. So then you stay in that same position, because everyone who's in that same position of those gangs and whatnot, they don't leave those areas. They stay in those areas, and they stay buying, paying the government, paying the big corporations, and keep consuming, because they're consumed in fear, and they never escape that. They never get their money up. When you got money, you got power, and that's what they don't want you to have money, because you can create change with money. If you really want to make some genuine change, you have to have a decent amount of money. You got to pay for shit, But they want you to keep hating each other, so you stay in that same position. The more you buy into that, the more you just stay where you are. You never progress. That's why, like, negativity, bro. Stop hating on each other, man.
Yeah, preach, sis.
Yeah.
You know.
It sounds hippie, but like with like when I've spoken about podcasts, I always practice like gratitude and shit, right?
Yeah. I
feel like it's compounding to an effect now where I'm noticing genuine positive effects in my life, like the way my brain's thinking. And I noticed the other day, like if I have a negative thought, usually I might fall into a spiral, but I don't anymore. I've gotten to a point now where my brain thinks that positive. I've trained my brain to think these like good things.
Woo!
Like it works.
That's
like
cool.
I'm out of that loop.
Yeah.
And I'm noticing I'm a lot less stressed out. I'm much happier, and like things in life just seem better. Like things seem more positive. And when you're like that, when you are like this, you're not gonna go think, I'm gonna go stab this person across the road right now because I'm pissed off because they're chatting shit about me. You don't care. You don't care if people are chatting shit about you or not. You're just content in yourself. Like genuine. I know, like, again, with like the 100 subscribers, from like the start of the podcast, I've been speaking about gratitude, writing down goals. I'm now starting to see shit actually work, which is really weird to see, but it's also like, holy shit. So yeah, man, positivity. Fuck positivity and fuck the government.
What are your thoughts on that, Juliette? Have you trained your brain to be so happy?
I'm sorry, but you can't. Like but it works. Like genuinely, like it works. It's fucking sick.
I'm very happy for you. It's just funny. The sentence, "I've trained my brain."
It sounds like hippie as fuck.
Well,
but at the same time, like, I'm chilling. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's vibing.
Like I notice people now, they get so worked up over so many little things.
Yeah.
And I'm just feel like I'm sitting outside watching it. Like,
better than everybody else.
Meditation. He's in his zone.
How content are you in your life, Juliette?
I'm quite content, to be honest.
Nice.
Good.
Like what you were saying then, I used to work up so much about so many things and overthink so much. But there's some people in my life that have made me realise that why the fuck am I actually thinking about that? I shouldn't actually be deep in it that hard. It's not going to happen. It hasn't happened. Why am I trying to bring it into the future? Well, that's what you got to train your brain to do. Because you're just going to jump into overthinking and everything. But you just got to try and zen.
It's not that deep, bro.
Literally, it's not that deep.
It's not that deep, bro.
Zoom out from like where we are currently, and it's just a ball.
Yeah, you were talking about that in the last one.
Yeah.
It's a ball.
Yeah.
Put your perspective like into realistic terms.
Yeah.
Another thing, about perspective, because our brains can only process like one thing at a time. Really, we can't like anyone who's said that they're enlightened, they feel like they can see everything. A lot of people who clinically die but then come back, when they see the light, they all talk about how they could see everything. Like in a coma, people in comas can like still hear, and they can like hear everyone around the room, and sort of they feel connected. I was watching a TED talk yesterday about a woman who had an experience like this, and she described it as like you're going through life in a very massive dark warehouse. You can't see anything, and you've got a flashlight, and it's a very narrow beam, and you can only see through this narrow beam. And then she said, like, try this now. It's a little experiment.
Mhm.
Look around. Do this yourself. Right. Look around the room, and notice. Try and remember as many green things as possible. Look at everything green. And note them down. Green. Everything that's green. All right. Close your eyes. Now, tell me everything you saw that was red.
My t-shirt.
Yeah.
So there's red over there. My phone case is red.
Or you just open your eyes.
Yeah. So go on, Juliette.
Exactly. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
Because you're always focused on one thing. Because that's how our brains work.
Huh.
It's very important to drag yourself out of a situation every now and again,
Yeah.
and just take everything in. 'Cause that's what we're always very much bang, 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 bang. Do this. You never like properly like sit back and just look, appreciate what's around you. You know what I mean? You'll notice when you just look around your room, you'll see things that you never normally pick up on. Your brain sort of just naturally filters it out because you see it all the time. When your brain's used to something, it's not deemed as important anymore, so it just like filters it out. It's not necessary. So it's very like that was a big lesson of like just pulling back.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
that's a cool little. I like that
That's a cool way to
experiment.
think about
Yeah,
it.
Mhm.
fair.
Yeah.
Well, that's nice. How do you think you get everyone to be happy though? Like what message? Say you have this platform. What message would you spread that isn't just like be nice to everyone? What's something, because if you heard someone say be nice to everyone, it's like, oh yeah, cheers mate. Like you don't properly, that doesn't hit. What would you tell people?
It's just a question to both of us.
Yeah.
You wanna go first?
Yeah, go on, Juliette. Put you on the spot
Well,
again.
you're the guest.
Yeah.
I'm trying to cook some things up. It seems like you've got loads. Well, they more just got to speak out to people.
In what way?
Like, because if you're not happy, then you've got to make yourself happy in some way, which speaking to other people could help it.
Okay.
But I don't really know how.
It's a tough one when you're tasked with changing the world. It's like it's a big thing to put on someone's shoulders.
There's certain things that make people happy and certain things that make people unhappy. So if I said, right, go out for a run or go to the gym to go and chill you out, sometimes that don't work for some people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think you gotta just appreciate others. Like just say like, oh, nice t-shirt or whatever today.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah. Because it's all in the book I'm reading over there. We talked about like Mo Gawdats. I've talked about him loads before, and like reading his book, and it's like a
Life changer.
like my mind's like exploding reading it. He says that there's 6 grand illusions, 7 blind spots, and 5 ultimate truths.
Oh shit. Okay.
Then so the 6 blinds, the 6. What did I say it was again?
I already
6.
Like 7 blind spots, 13 truths.
6. What was it? What did I just say?
Did you just make that up?
Yeah. Go on.
Fuck off.
Oh, the book. The book's being
I'm
written
getting
out.
the book out. I'm getting the book out. Right?
Oh, it's got a little smiley face on it.
Yeah.
Not for happy.
Right. Yeah. Read this book. It will change your life.
Sponsor.
Bro, yeah, we should rewrite this book and then put it as like, I don't know, BUP or some shit and then sell it. New York Times bestseller.
Well, actually, what we're gonna do is we're
immediately.
gonna start a $20.99 a day course that you
Yeah.
can purchase on our website, e-commerce website.
Mhm.
So Mo, he lost his son in a routine in an operation. It was like a completely normal, like one of the simplest operations, but everything that could have went wrong. Like it started with like a needle going in his arm, and then it popping a blood vessel, and then it's all like pooled and all went around the body, and eventually he died. His son.
Uh-oh.
And it's all about how he sort of what he learned,
Mhm.
and how he's come to accept it. Okay.
Read us some lines.
Yeah. Hang on. So yeah, there's like an equation that he's given for happiness, and it was your expectations, and I can't explain it as good as him. I'm gonna have to find it.
You can tell we put a lot of effort into this.
Yeah. So happiness is your perception of the events of your life and your expectations of how life should behave.
Yeah.
So when they're out of balance,
this.
then you're unhappy. When they're in balance, then you're happy. And so 6 grand illusions. Number 1 is that voice in your head. I always thought to myself, oh yeah, that voice in my head. It's you always associate that as yourself. That's yourself thinking, you know, always takes the piss out of you, calls you a piece of shit. But that's not.
That's your ego.
He said it was. He described it when the moments when that voice does shut up, you don't stop existing. When there's complete silence, you don't disappear. So that voice isn't you. That's something else. It's like listening to a radio in your head.
Huh. That's cool. I like that.
Which that was very comforting. Like that voice isn't you. It's not you. Because I can get. It's very easy to get caught up in that voice.
Yeah.
It's a billionaire's voice.
Mm-hmm.
Think of it like that.
Yeah. With fear, the main thing is about just going for shit. Just not like living life of fear. Just like as soon as you have that like initial fear, just jump in.
Yeah, that's
Right.
that. When it feels the scariest, that's when you're supposed to jump, right?
Yeah.
Time. I talked about time last episode. How time's an illusion. That was from this book. The blind spots was like I said about before, like seeing everything, your perceptions, your reality is very distorted by your memory and how you perceive the world. It was called the observer's paradox or something, or like Schrodinger's cat.
Oh, yeah.
You know, you put there's a cat in the box and you don't know if it's dead or alive until you look in the box.
Yeah.
Because he puts some like radioactive material in it. So until you open this box, you don't know if this cat is dead or alive.
So it's both. At the
And
same
so
time.
the act of observing determines if it's dead or alive. So how you observe the world determines how your world is. If you observe the world as positive, then it's positive. But if you observe it as negative, then it becomes negative.
There is also actual like genuine science that backs that. There's the double slit experiment where
Yeah, he talked about that as well.
Yeah, they fired like electrons through like 2 holes and then had a piece of like material on the back to collect them, and you could see the pattern that came through. So when I'll probably get it the wrong way, but when they look at them, then they act as particles and they go through, and you see 2 slits. But then when someone turns away and there's no one observing the particles, they act like waves instead. So the pattern changes on the back just depending on whether someone's looking at it or not, which I think is fucking wild.
Yeah. I think there's moments you only really get like moments when you read or like listen to like podcasts where you feel like your mind got like have a shift in the way you think, and there's so many in these.
Do you think this book has changed your life?
Yes, like honestly, legit.
Might purchase.
Yeah, man.
Honestly, buy it.
Can I borrow it after you?
No.
Link in bio.
Yeah, link. I got an affiliate. Amazon affiliate
yeah,
link.
bro.
Where was it? I'm trying to find it. Sorry. He was talking about expressing positivity and love to the world. Give me 2 seconds. Yeah, the more you give it away, the more loved you will feel. Look at. The more love you give, the more you get back. You talk about this is an economy of love and positivity. There's no like scientific experiments done to this, but it's sort of like law of attraction kind of thing.
Yeah.
Look at those individuals who have peacefully, unconditionally loved the world and everyone in it, even as it brought them suffering. Mother Teresa, Gandhi, His Holiness the Dalai Lama, billions from all faiths, lands, and all walks of life. All walks of life love them. Everyone loves them because of what they gave out.
Wait, sorry, did that say Gandhi?
Yes.
Oh, heavy.
Oh, why?
I don't know about Gandhi.
No.
Oh, Gandhi was a big nonce. Like,
Really?
in his little compound that he had, like his cult, basically.
Fuck.
They weren't allowed to have sex. No sex in his compound unless it was with him, and it was 13-year-old girls.
Okay, never mind.
Because there's like the culture argument, but at the same time he's telling
that.
people don't have sex, don't do this, but come stay in my bed if you're under 14.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, you don't get taught that in history class.
No,
do you?
no, you don't. No, you don't. You didn't mention it in this book.
Yeah, he's also apparently he was also just a piece of shit. Like he was just a bad
really?
dude. Yeah.
Oh.
So
Well, I wouldn't want to be in one of them cults.
yeah, fuck Mahatma
Yeah,
Gandhi.
fuck that.
Would you be in any cult?
No.
It depends.
Yeah, like there
No.
are some cults that I'd probably like. You probably get like one of the old hippie cults that like is just about peace and love. You know, I'd probably get on that.
I think I'd rather pick that over the one you just
Oh my
said.
god, yeah, yeah, definitely. Fuck that cult. Mahatma Gandhi cult sounds awful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He said as well, like, underneath everyone's like mask of ego and trauma and shit, there's always it's just someone who wants to be loved and appreciated.
Yeah.
So once you sort of you just drill straight past that when you give them appreciation and love, you don't like repeat that negativity. It's very easy to, if you've been through bad shit in your life, to think fuck everyone and pay the trauma forward. But it takes genuine humility to stop that cycle, because when you pay it forward, you continue the cycle. You should stop, break the cycle. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm.
So I was reading up more about Mahatma Gandhi. Apparently he was racist as well.
Fucking hell.
But that makes sense, because I'd also probably be racist if I grew up in like apartheid and times like that. I would also probably be if I was, you know, a person of color, I'd be annoyed at the white man, because the white man gets everything, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Back in there.
Apparently he left his dad to die because he was having sex.
Fuck.
He had strange. So he believed he was a lustful human being, and he hated this about himself. In 1885, Gandhi left his father to die while he engaged in sexual activities with his wife. Damn.
Fuck.
He left to die.
Anyway.
Fucking hell. What do you like to leave someone to die to be like, yeah, I'm gonna get laid? Like,
Don't die
He
for
wants to
Nyai.
hit.
Yeah.
Literally.
Fuck. It's an evil world we live in.
Wow. Your dad as well. It's not like some random dude.
Yeah. It's not like he just walked. Some guy was injured on the street. It was like in a bit popped. So I'm gonna
Peasant.
yeah. Damn.
Got bigger fish to fry.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Are there any like idols that you've got that you want me to debunk? Because I've done it to Kyle with X,
Oh yeah.
and Kodak Black, and now Mahatma Gandhi as well.
Oh.
Who's an idol?
Yeah, who do you look up to?
Like,
Who do I look up to?
yeah.
Who's your nail technician inspiration?
Well,
Don't say
Not
James Charles.
oh no, that's a no for me. That was always a no. There was always some people that would always go for it. No.
Yeah, another
Never
big
like
pedo.
I've more got idols in running
Okay.
than nails and anything.
Okay, who are the running?
Well, the person
Mo
who
Farah.
he's just sick.
Yeah.
His story's sad though.
Yeah. Jessica Ennis, I always looked up to.
Okay.
And then it's gone Keely Hodgkin at the minute.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, I think she's 20.
Okay. So she hasn't been alive for a long time to do a
Okay.
bunch of fucked up shit.
No,
What
she's like
was her name again? Sorry.
Keely Hodgkin. She's just like rising. She's gonna be like so quick.
Were you injured at one point? I
Oh my
remember.
God, yeah.
Was it the start of sixth form?
So,
Was it a hip injury?
hip injury.
Oh.
So
What was?
it was in lockdown.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that wasn't good.
What was it? Yeah, was it like mentally dealing with that?
Yes. Yeah.
Difficult.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh my god. Because I've ran for so long that if I get upset or anything, my mum will just go for a run, Juliette, calm down.
Mhm.
And in lockdown, that was my escape, because everyone else had that sort
yeah,
of
yeah.
escape. And when I hurt my hip, because all I did in lockdown was run and run. It was like the start of it. It was I injured it around, probably went into lockdown March. I think I injured it in June, July.
Just from running that much.
Yeah,
Okay.
it was running
Fuck.
downhill, and it was just on pavements and stuff, so it was a lot of force. And I seen that I was getting injured, but decided, no, let's keep going,
Yeah.
Yeah.
because that's what I wanted to do. And then I could barely walk for a while, and there was no, because that'd be 2020, so they couldn't get in touch with, like, because I needed special doctors, like orthopedic or something.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
know. I needed them, but there was such a long waiting list because of COVID. So the injury happened in June, July. Didn't get through to the NHS until that December.
Damn.
And
Shit.
Yeah.
yeah,
It's a long
the most
time.
fucked up
Fuck.
thing. So if you have a hip injury, you'd expect someone to look at your walk. They never want to look down my walk. It was like some trainee guy, and yeah, I went there, and then they basically said, "Oh no, you got nothing wrong. Scans are fine." I was just like, "All right." So we paid for a private physio in the end, and they said that I messed my piriformis up. One of my legs was longer than the other, and I had my feet started to go inwards because of my hip injury.
Shit.
Damn.
And that all happened whilst the NHS was saying, no, we've got nothing to help you with. So in the end, I had to have shockwave therapy, which is like zappers, like
That sounds
zoom, zoom,
sick.
zoom, zoom.
Damn. Was it painful?
It was not really, but it was just like a
Uncomfortable sort of.
yeah, it was like a massage gun, but
Oh,
just
okay.
more feeling like a zap.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
Kind of like if you could imagine laser hair removal. Do you know that? Because it's like
I've never
fire.
had it. I've
It's
never
like
had
fire.
it.
Yeah,
Well, okay,
but
okay,
if you
okay,
could imagine
yeah. Okay.
that. Which I only had, I think, 2 sessions of that, and I was sorted.
Damn. That's like miracle shit.
Yeah.
I know.
Wow.
I know.
Get
Well, that's
mad.
all I had to
One
have
of those guns.
to sort me out. But yeah, when it was, because it was through lockdown and everyone's mental health was up and down through then, that something like that with someone who relies on sport and has done it for so long, it can take a toll. I realised that in myself, I started to get so annoyed at people.
Just aggy all the time.
Yeah, I was so
Yeah,
aggy
yeah.
because I couldn't just go out for a run or go and do any exercise. I just had to sit in my room.
You don't do any exercise at all?
No,
Fuck.
Fuck.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
no.
I'd be aggy as fuck too.
Yeah.
Because there was no gyms or anything open, so I couldn't go and do arms or something, could I?
Fuck.
It's not ideal, but
It's cool that you overcame it though. That's like, you know, you're sort of.
Are you back to like running now?
Yeah.
I'm back sprinting now because I used to through lockdown. I used to do long distance. I did that forever,
Okay.
but now I'm going to sprinting and doing like 400 meters and stuff like that.
Fair.
So just wanted a different change. Just been doing it so
Yeah,
long,
yeah.
but I love it.
Mhm.
So
And it's like it's completely fine on the hip.
yeah, hips fully
Sweet.
sorted. Sometimes like what I think as well is because I've gone to the gym since the start of the year, and that's definitely helped it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I had a injury in my arm as well, and that's fully gym sorts everything out.
Yeah.
It also causes a lot of fucking injuries though.
Oh,
Like,
true.
I always used to get like really bad shoulder pain. That was my big gym injury.
Really?
I get it all along here. Yeah.
Oh.
I probably didn't have good form. Like,
Yeah.
that was probably my thing. But it was like 6 months ago, so it's like sort of embarrassingly close to have
Oh,
bad
damn.
form with.
Yeah.
I think I pinched a nerve there, and it never let it heal properly. And so I just let it get worse and worse.
Oh,
But you know, or that Keely Hodgkinson, she had a brain tumor.
Fuck.
really?
Yeah, she survived the operation, so that's pretty beast.
How old was she when you had the operation?
I did not know
hang
that.
on. Damn, fake fan of Keely Hodgkinson.
Yeah.
Wow, I didn't
whoa.
find out the information.
Hang
Oh,
on.
real
She's like a
supporter.
year or 2 older than us.
That's
That's
crazy.
I was very lucky with tumor operation. I could have had a very different life.
Is she like national level or like world level?
Yeah,
Yeah,
she's Olympic.
Oh fuck.
Yeah.
God, I don't even know who Keely Hodgkinson is. God.
I was thinking about it just before. Imagine being like a champion in any sport, but at such a young age. Like with
Oh,
Mike Tyson,
yeah.
he was 21, I think, because he became the youngest heavyweight champ of the world. Imagine being a champion of any sport. Everyone's like, "Oh my god, you're so amazing!" How much of a trip that must be at such a young age as well. You don't really know much about the world,
Yeah, but
and
you're the best at something.
everyone's just like, "Oh my god, you're amazing!" You got the whole world shouting at you. That must be pretty crazy.
The word there, imagine.
Imagine, yeah.
It's always sad to see people our age living out the dreams, isn't it?
Look at them.
That's one thing that fucks with Instagram. With Instagram, it's all fake. That's what I really realized recently. It's just how fake it genuinely is. Like seeing people on Instagram, and then you see them in person, and it's like you don't look like how you look on Instagram.
Do you think my Instagram is like vastly different to how I look, or are you using it as a generalized term?
A generalized term.
Okay.
You're also fake as fucking. No, you're sound.
Beast.
Just some people, like I noticed myself, and you see him like,
Yeah.
Another sort of thing I realized was athletes and just competitive people in general. You always hear the whole advice of don't compare yourself to others, compare yourself to yourself yesterday.
Yeah.
That never really resonated with me, and I sort of realized why a couple of weeks ago. It's because as a competitive person, you're always comparing yourself to other people because you want to gain an edge. You want to see what they're doing, so you can think, right, okay, I'm going to do better than them. I'm going to do this exercise with more.
Train harder.
Yeah, exactly.
Often,
you're constantly comparing yourself to other people because you want to be the best. That advice never stuck with me. So I've been trying to think about an alternative, but like I can't get to the bottom of it yet. But yeah, that was just one thing that stuck with me. And with social media, that widens it even more because the amount of people you now compare yourself to is much greater than before. Because before social media would have been like
the people you see in your life.
Yeah, people in your town, in your general area. If you were a world level athlete, then yeah, but you're at that level.
Yeah.
You can compare yourself to those people. But when you're like a local level athlete and you see on Instagram world level athletes, that level of difference, you're comparing yourself to that is so crazy. And even not just athletes or competitive people, just everyone in general, the amount of people you have now to sort of in that like social hierarchy is so much wider than before. That's what makes social media bad, is the amount of people you're exposed to more than usual. Because as social creatures, you compare it's natural to compare yourself. Mm-hmm. It's a natural thing. Because in like a tribe, you would base your value, part of your value on, can I provide something to the people I'm with?
Yeah.
And if the people you're constantly seeing millions of people, how the fuck are you gonna provide something for millions of people?
I think the fact that I can go on Instagram right now and find a 10-year-old skateboarder who can do some of the craziest tricks I've ever seen in my life at 10 years old is pretty depressing.
Yeah.
And you get like, it is fucked up the amount of people that you'll have spoken to and interacted to, and how many people have seen the same video you've seen compared to 10 years, not even 10 years ago, like 50 years ago. You know what I mean? Like that's immense.
Yep. I looked on the analytics for the BUP Instagram the other day, and it was like you reached 21,000 people this month.
Jesus. God damn, that's sick.
Yay, well done.
But that's insane. 21,000 people.
Yep.
Normally you'd see 100. You might have 100.
Subscribe now.
Yeah, fucking.
Where's
Normally you're gonna see about 100 people in your like you're gonna know of around about.
20,000 people in a room.
That's a lot.
That
Try and
is a
imagine
lot.
that.
Yeah.
It's incomprehensible.
But that's looking at us, and they're going to see so many other people. That's one swipe on the algorithm.
Yeah, true.
How many more swipes on the algorithm they're going to go through?
How far do you reckon in like meters you've scrolled with your thumb?
Meters, fucking hell.
Meters.
Jesus.
Yeah,
I don't even know too much.
Yeah, far too fucking much.
Yeah.
Far too
We'll
much.
get in the hundreds.
Yeah.
In the hundreds at least.
I want to look at my analytics or whatever it's called now
Yeah.
and see the.
But remember, comparison is the thief of joy.
Yeah.
When you're comparing to such a world level podcast like the BUP.
Yeah. Wow. Probably won't be there.
It was I think it was GCSE results day today.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it was.
Yeah. There's a lot. So there's a lot of people going to be going to sixth form in September. Not us. Wait.
Yeah.
What advice would you give to people going into sixth form, or just going to starting year 13?
You
what
look
advice
like
would
you're
you
cooking up
give?
something.
Yeah. Go on. You go first.
Well, I came to a different school from what I went to.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So
you were at Hod and High, weren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know anyone previously, like going to that. Well, I think I knew.
We'd met a guys' party.
Yes.
Yeah.
One or two people, but before that, I knew like no one really, and I was just doing cannonballs there, to be honest. But apart from that, it's about putting yourself in uncomfortable situations, getting to know people, because I like talking to people. That's kind of my job. But with some people they want to stay in their little groups and want to stay in it forever. You need to put yourself in uncomfortable situations, otherwise you're not going to enjoy it and meet the people and get into situations that you would do otherwise. So they need to put themselves in the deep end, not do courses like subjects that they're made to do, and as well do actual things that you enjoy.
Yeah, because you'll meet like-minded people then, won't you?
Yeah. I met you in PE.
Yeah, going out, you have to make the effort socially, because realistically no one's gonna make the effort unless you make the effort. And just try and be as nice as many people as possible and try and make as many friends as possible. Because when you do that, you open so many other doors.
Yeah.
So many gaffs that you could possibly be invited to. Oh my gosh.
That's the main thing when you get to sixth form, isn't it?
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's the best part.
Don't be stressed about skipping lessons.
Oh, do not.
Oh, don't go to form.
Fuck form.
They say you don't get to university. I got in, so I don't think form affected it.
No.
Did it fuck? It was just a scare tactic. It was just Mrs. Cooper.
Yeah.
They want their numbers up for like what is it? Estin. You know, for the people like judge the school. They want their numbers up as much as possible. And if they see like sixth formers with like 40% attendance, it's not going to look good on the school.
No.
But your attendance will like shoot down regardless, even if you miss like 2 forms.
Yeah, if you go to 98 out of 100 forms, your attendance will be like 96. But if you miss 3, you'll be like 42%. It's fucked up. I think I had less than 10% form attendance this year. Though,
I barely went to form.
I went once to collect my results. I went once on the first day, like then maybe like twice, 2 more times again, and then I went to collect results, and that was it. That was the only time I went.
Really? I went a couple of times, but that's because my mates were there.
Lose.
That was it.
Yeah, like they like also use your freeze. Like obviously go out and go to town or whatever, spend your money on Tesco. But like be somewhat productive in them as well. You know.
Right. See, this is interesting because we had a very different like sixth form like what's the word, experience to a lot of other people because we had COVID. No one else has ever had COVID before. So I spent the last half of year 12, because we were in online school, playing Xbox every day. Like I'd wake up, turn the iPad on, get on Teams.
Year 12, it was after like the new year. It was about March that we fully went back to school, wasn't it?
Well, because we had, how long did we have? We had like 4 or 5 months off, didn't we?
Yeah, that was like towards the end of 2020 and the start of 21.
So that was when we were in year 11.
Yeah.
Oh,
No. Started in year 12. It was November. We had that like flash lockdown. Remember, it was like a week or 2
through half term.
Yeah. And then it was throughout the Christmas, because you remember we were in lockdown on Christmas and New Year's.
Yeah. How long?
And then it kept going all the way through January to like February or March.
Because I was going to do my nail course that January and I had to do it the April because of COVID.
Oh shit.
So it was like 3 months that it was.
Next, remember May time we were out gaffing and shit.
Yeah. Back to normal.
Okay.
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
My perception of that was I spent all of that on Teams, throw on the iPad away and then go on Xbox.
I think most people did.
Sick. Yeah, that was so much fun just getting with the boys and playing. So I enjoyed that part of sixth form, but then it made coming back to school so much fucking worse because it's like, I don't want to do this anymore. You've shown me that it's not that important. I don't need to be here. If you can teach me on an iPad, why realistically do I need to be here? Even though it's so much better and all that sort of shit. That's what my mindset was. It might not have been the best mindset, but it might have had a lot of fucking fun because using my freeze to go play basketball, go play football, all that shit. You don't have to study as hard as they tell you.
You just got to have balance.
Yeah, balance. Balance is the big thing. And if that balance tips slightly more to having fun, then so be it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You are 16 to 18. This is the point when you're going to have the most fun because you have the most freedom. As soon as you become an adult, you get plowed down with responsibilities, right? Bills to pay, jobs to have. Fuck all that.
Yeah. I've seen videos of people who have been opening their results like A-levels and realising that they could have been out having fun and they like didn't go stay at Dream Uni or something and they didn't get their result that they wanted, realising that they could have messed about a bit and they took life too seriously.
Yeah, bro. Bro, life is a joke. Like that's a bad sentence. Scratch that. Life is not a joke.
That's a game.
Take that back.
Yeah,
that's a game.
Right. This part of your life is the tutorial. You know what I mean? This is the bit.
Intro to the movie.
Yeah, the prologue. This is where you get taught what not to do and taught what you can get away with. So you've got to push the boundaries a bit. You have to see, okay, that doesn't do, that's not good, but this is fun. Like, you have to experiment and have a bit of fun. And yeah, not to take life too fucking serious, because people that take life too seriously are boring.
Yep.
Yeah, I think you should still revise, but like I didn't revise much. But my revision, it was like hour or 2 blocks of very focused.
Yeah.
So because I think a lot of people would have done like. You hear a lot of people saying, "Oh yeah, I revised like 5 hours last night."
Oh, where you're on the floor and they'd have like 40 hours in like 2 days.
Don't do that fucking bullshit. Just dedicate.
Flora was good there.
Flora is sick. Flora is sick, but not when you're doing it for like 50 hours in a week.
It's just a gay little app.
Whoa, Louis.
Take that back.
This is toxic masculinity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's finest.
Yeah. I said to you the other week because you were like, "Oh, you should have got Flora,
You should have
man."
got Flora because it was sick.
And
It's competitive.
Oh, I just like getting the little flowers and
yeah,
shit.
exactly.
I thought they looked
That's
cool.
what you need. A little flower reward. Think, oh,
Yeah,
I've done some
a little
revision.
bit dopamine. What's wrong with that?
You know what I mean? Exactly. You need some little flower to appreciate that you've actually done it, not rather than just, oh, I've made myself do this without anything.
Think about it like this though, right? We've both done an hour of focus revision.
Mm-hmm.
At the end of it, you're just like, all right, cool, I have to go do that again. But I'm getting like some Hawaiian flower that I'd have never known about before, and then it adds to my garden of other flowers I'd never seen before.
But it's on the phone.
Yeah. What's wrong with that?
So go get a real garden.
What? So then I've got to do an hour of vision. Like, I go tend to my fucking garden. That's
Goes
more
to the garden
work.
I love
centre,
that.
pick up some.
What?
Gardening's pretty sick.
Should we buy him some seeds?
Yeah, I think you should buy some seeds.
I enjoy watering the flowers and the plants in the morning.
Okay.
Right, I would much rather do that than look at some digital flower on my phone.
Mine was well good. I've still got the app there in case I need it.
I've got the app. It's a good way to just sort of like put your phone away.
Because if you go on it on
You
your phone,
need that motivation to put your phone away. Just put it away. Just turn it off.
What's wrong with having motivation if it's there?
But you need like that stimulation.
you can get a tree though.
Yeah, you get and you go hang out with the friends.
You're too overstimulated.
I definitely am too
You're
overstimulated.
too
I'm aware
overstimulated
of
to
that.
understand.
But I think you're too anti-stimulated. I think you're allowed to be stimulated in life.
Yeah, but it's not necessarily in the. You can do it in better ways, in more productive ways.
Your mindset is everything has to be productive, and if it's not productive, it's bad. And I think that's a dangerous mindset to be in because it's good. I think being more productive than not is obviously the best way to be.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that it becomes a point where you lose Louis in that because Louis becomes something else. Louis becomes working. And before you're 37, you're doing decent, but you're 37 and you're like, you've missed out on all this time because it's work.
See, when you say productive, you're thinking that I class things that are productive as just work. I see social gatherings as productive. I see going out as somewhat productive.
Okay.
Because you're developing social connections and you're widening your social circle.
Yeah.
I still see it as productive.
So why is it not productive if I get a garden on my phone that I can look at? What's not productive about that?
That is not productive. It's the revision that's productive. You need that. You need that incentive to go and do that.
Do you think we're less of a person, or like
You're not less of a person. I'm just you need that stimulation to be able to motivate yourself to go and do that.
I don't need it, but I can have it. So I got it.
That's the thing. It's like if it's already there, why not take it? I get something out of it.
Okay, yeah.
I think I
I'll
reckon
let
if you did 1 hour of
Let me see if I
Flora
can find my garden.
and you saw your little garden and you saw your little cherry or whatever you'd get, I reckon you get hooked.
And you can.
I probably would
You can.
because it's that stimulation.
You can like make friends with people and then
Social
go
connections.
Yeah, social connectors.
Just go outside.
No, because you need to revise.
Yeah, I can't go outside. That's not productive.
Because it says.
That's why you give yourself specific time blocks for things. That's what I did. It was like 30-minute, boom, done. I'm done for the day.
Yeah, sorry, Juliette. I've only got 30 minutes to talk to you before I've got to go and do
No,
shit.
not like
Gotta
like
leave.
revision, not actually socially.
You have 25 seconds left.
Yeah, I've got a thing going on. You need to get the
Yeah.
fuck out of my house.
I couldn't load it.
They like get wiped, don't they, after a bit, which
I
is
was
fucking
just I
annoying.
was clicking the back button and it wouldn't go.
See, my garden doesn't get wiped out.
Yeah,
I'll have a
fair.
picture somewhere.
Pardon?
I'll have a picture somewhere. Send you after. Send you my garden.
I won't open it.
Yeah, Lou's not going to be on his phone because that's 3 time blocks ahead. So
He's already out there in the garden centre
Yeah.
getting his little seeds.
Yeah, going to sixth form.
That's the point.
Yeah, appreciate every moment as well. Like enjoy yourself.
yeah, shit goes fast.
Yeah, the shit goes. Yeah, you're like 2 years ago we were getting ready to go to sixth form.
Fucking hell, yeah, we're out
Yeah.
of 6th form. Oh god, that's an awful thought. Damn, that's weird.
We're out of like a routine now of just going to school
Yeah.
and being around these people every single day. That's what you forget about.
Yeah, a lot of the people that you meet in sixth form, you probably won't see it much or like, ever afterwards.
Yeah.
No.
We're just gonna use them for the podcast and then go on. You know?
Yeah. Come back, see you later.
Yeah. And like, get yourself some cool form of like retro camera and take, or you don't have to, but like as many photos and videos as possible.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, that's all you're gonna have left. Once it's done, all you've got is the photos and videos and some memories that will slowly fade into the abyss of your head.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't live on your phone, but take some pictures in the
Yeah.
moment.
Try and live in the moment as much as possible.
Yeah.
But yeah, don't just. What's up, guys?
Yeah.
Sixth form, day 15. Yeah, appreciate it as much as possible. Enjoy yourself. Don't take it too seriously.
Fair.
Mm.
Juliette, what's a core memory of 6th form for you?
Ooh, Jesus. Probably all the PE lessons that we actually did outside.
The practical ones.
Yeah.
Yeah. They were fun.
Yeah.
I did one of those with you.
Yeah,
The
you
band
did.
Yeah,
and
you
the
joined.
after. Yeah, absolutely
Is it
destroyed.
like basketball or something?
No, it was
Was
like
it
rounders.
Rounders.
Yeah,
Rounders.
that was it.
Oh, Rounders was so good.
Rounders is sick. Rounders is a very fun game.
I don't understand the hate rounders gets. There's a lot of hate.
Yeah.
With like, especially in like PE, and the teacher's like, "Yeah, we do rounders today." Everyone's like, "Fuck."
Just because they're bad at rounders, you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
exactly.
If you're good at rounders, rounders is sick.
Do you guys regret sixth form?
Regret it?
Yeah.
In what way?
Like in any way, do you regret sixth form in any way?
What are your thoughts, Juliette?
No?
Yeah, I don't think so.
No. Well, there's some things that you regret.
Like what?
Like,
That's just hindsight. There's always things.
Yeah,
you
there's
look
there's
back and
always
think you would have
things.
done things differently.
yeah, but
Is there anything you do regret about sixth form, or do you think you've spent your 2 years wisely? Like you made the right decision in going to sixth form, or do you think you would have been better going to D-side or apprenticeship or something else?
I feel like I've seen people go into college and getting the same sort of grades and getting to the place where I'm getting, which I know college, it probably would have worked out better for me because it's all coursework. And then
Is it?
being on, some things are,
Oh, okay.
and it would be less pressure as rather than exams. But it just depends on the person that you are and if you're with that. Because I don't know, I might have been in a better situation, but we're all going to end up in the same place at some point.
Yeah. What do you regret? Sixth form?
Not good. 6th form was sick. Like it was a lot of fun. I've got a lot of fun memories of it.
Yeah.
I think like there are probably better ways to do 6th form than the way I did it. But at the same time, I think I got to a point where I hated 6th form. I hated being in it because of everything that happened. I didn't want to do academic shit anymore. Like academic shit, like any of that. And so I think my 6th form experience was a product of the situations we had to go through. I think in a normal, if like COVID didn't happen, I think I would have had the same sort of experience where I would have been more of a sweat. I would have gone to more lessons and all that shit. I probably would have had less fun memories, but came out of it with better grades. But at the same time, shit was fun. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's definitely something that I'll look back fondly on for the most part. So yeah, I definitely I'd do it again.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What about you? Do you regret anything?
Nah, I don't regret sixth form. Like made loads of new friends. Memories. People I never would have met before. Had a good time, you know.
No.
I enjoyed it. I feel like that was the best option for me going out of GCSE instead of like an apprenticeship or college. I feel like that was the best place to go for me. Because I don't know what I would have done in these past 2 years if I didn't go to sixth form. It sort of gave me that something to do, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, it is something to do. Isn't it?
Yeah.
It's a bit of a buffer period.
Yeah.
before you
Yeah,
have
it's
to,
a little
like,
bit of a delay.
Yeah.
start trying to make real decisions.
Yeah.
Is that 16 making a decision to do for the rest of your life?
Oh, but it's fucked up.
Yeah.
Like, it's too soon, and there's far too much pressure on kids. And like, especially as they're like, yeah, we're making exams harder every year. It's like, why?
Literally. No reason. No need.
No.
We've gone for 15. That's
Damn.
a good time to end.
Yeah. Do you want to plug your thingy
Nail
business, your nail
business.
business to
Wow.
the 3 people that will watch to the end?
Yes. Juliette Nails. Instagram. TikTok. And
Yeah, I'll edit that out. Thank you for watching, guys. Thanks to 100 subscribers. Woo!
beast.
Hope you guys enjoyed. Appreciate if you watched all the way through. Yeah, thanks for coming on, Juliette.
Mark,
What
thank you
episode was
for
this?
inviting me.
24.
24. Well, yeah.
That's my birthday number. Yay.
24th of what?
September.
Are you Sagittarius?
Libra.
Oh. Oh, fuck, I'm getting November, September. Ignore me.
Cheers, guys.
Bye. My dad's 25th of November,
My please.
but he's, yeah.